I'm gonna assume that this is just like the final scene of the bit, but you never know. So here we go. Young Hopes. After that, a week passed since the governor interacted with the children. And over the course of that week, Krokos noticed fewer and fewer of his pupils attending their lessons. Uh-oh. Well, it's definitely not the end. When the crown mages next saw the snow leopard, he was pacing back and forth in front of the mansion, wearing a vexed expression. Krokos? Why aren't you inside? Why aren't you inside the house? Because Janice put a charm down to keep me out. What? Yo! But it won't keep me out for long. I don't know what's gotten into that boy. He's always coming up with antics. Is this really out of the ordinary? Of course. He's fond of pranks, but he's never done anything out of spite before. Well, you know. Remember back to the first time we met him? When we asked the kids why nobody could find the house, they all pointed to Janice. Certainly, the boy is a natural leader. And then the rumors, the ones about an old sage teaching the children magic. Except we never found one. But Volsis, Janice was the first to tell us that person didn't exist. Exactly. Tell me, Krokos, did you ever look into that boy's memories? Of course I didn't. Perhaps you should have. Yeah, you tell him. Or perhaps you're jumping to conclusions. There, I broke the damn charm. I'm asking myself why he did this, and this will be the last of it. They're not here. But I feel something. Goodbye, Mr. Krokos. It was fun at first, and we learned a lot. But we're going to do things our own way from now on. Huh? We have a home to protect, after all. This entire city. We're sorry it didn't work out, Mr. Krokos. But we're not sorry for this. And there's our sage. Wait, what? Was that what I've been smelling this whole time? See, this is exactly why you should always read somebody's mind if you have the power to do so. You didn't even think about that. Disgusting. We're not talking about this. Janus could do all these things before I taught him anything, what will he and the rest of my pupils, well, ex-pupils, what will they do with that knowledge now? Is this my reward for trying to involve myself in the modern era? Or is this another punishment that I deserve? I need to be alone. Wait! Let him go. I think we should have seen this coming. And I think deep down, Herclaus knew he would have to face this possibility one day. Somebody had to bring together a bunch of children with an incredibly rare talent in the first place. If they were stolen from their families, they might not even really be orphans. And if they hid the body rather than burying it, well, that just raises more concerns about everything, doesn't it? Well, maybe the codger deserved it. If that's the case, good for them. Tactless as always. Who knows how many secrets died with this man? There he... Oh, wrong character. There he is. Hopefully he's quelled his temper by now. I'm sure it will flare back up if he sees your face and remembers all the dumb ideas you had. Like usual, everything went wrong because of you. Unsurprising, given your very nature. Guys, this isn't the time for the comedic routine. Could the two of you wait here? I think I should speak to him alone. Excuse me? What's the big idea? What he means is that I have a question that requires your bountiful wisdom. So I had this strange observation about colors, but I've honestly never been able to work it out. Nice one, Volsus. Oh, I would like to hear more. I'm interested. Nice one. So, if you create a checkerboard pattern with the white and gray fabric, the gray fabric turns into two different colors. But when you bring the gray colors together to touch, then they appear to both return to one single color. Nice. Therefore, are they always the same color? Or do they only become the same color when they touch? Mortal, this is very simple. This is something called an optical illusion. The colors are always the same, but our eyes perceive them differently when they are interacting with other colors. What a simple response. I do not believe so. Even if the colors are intrinsically the same, the viewer's experience of the color changes into something entirely new. If the colors become functionally different, who is to say that they really are the same? Nice. Anyway. Oh, there you are, Crocus. You know, I never took you for a stargazer. I find these constellations familiar. I did memorize them all once upon a time. And yet, it was hard not to become bored by their appearance. I like this background. I find it odd to see that they have barely changed at all, no matter the passing of the eons. Though I can't say the same of much anything else. The constant of how mundane and selfish people can be, for one. That's reliable, unfortunately. Was it not clear enough the first time when I said I need to be alone right now? Sorry. No, I understood. I understood you very well. I just, decided not to listen. Of all the answers to pick, clearly. Because, well, I just happened to notice that, I think you may have a bad habit of isolating yourself from others whenever something goes wrong. And you have a bad habit of pointing out the obvious without considering any implications. Did you merely come to share that nugget of wisdom, or should I go on another walk? Ooh. Wait! I thought if I could understand why you spend so much time alone, I could better understand how you think. I don't think there's a lot to understand, really. All there is to know is that people always want something from me. Perhaps at first they wish to know a quick trick to grow their crops faster. Or maybe next time it would be a thrifty spell to make the jewels on their belts sparkle just that much brighter. And then what else? Oh, I know! How about training a battalion of magical soldiers to win a battle for a city that doesn't value them? Ooh. And they already know how to murder. Listen. Nobody thinks what happened today or weeks before was your fault. That's not my point. I know today wasn't my fault. So, everything is fine? It isn't. Because do you know what really is my fault? It's always letting anybody ask me what they want. And then expecting them to understand what I wanted when I do it for them. Preaching to the choir on that one. So then, what do you want? I want to find people who can understand that there's value in living a curious life. Just simply the joy of understanding something you hadn't before. And sharing that with somebody who has the interest or capacity to understand. Oh man. Wow. Even those bickering gods have one another, loathed as they are to admit it. Knowledge is a powerful thing, Crown Mage. But the joy of understanding and being understood is the most valuable thing in the world. And that's one of the first things you've told me that I do understand. Is that why those kids meant so much to you? I can see myself in them. Maybe when I was young. Maybe before, well... before I died. But even before that, before I had converted to Makari-Hari's faith, I used to be a fiend for magic. I wanted to learn as much as I could, however I could, and I wasn't going to let anybody or anything stand in the way of that. Is that why you specialized in death magic? Like how Mukaki said? Bold of you to be that direct. But no. That wasn't why. That happened because too often people tried to rope me into their schemes or petty affairs. Really, they would try to force me to, whether I wanted to be involved or not. So I had to learn to protect myself. And I did such a good job at that. Maybe too good. So good that a man once told me that he could hear the whole universe sing for him when my hex took him. And he said that it sang for me too. And by the time the song was over, that my fur would thin into the faintest cobwebs. That my flesh would slow off like overripened fruit. That my bones would whittle away like the rocks that become the sand in the undertow. And all that would be left of me was hunger for one more thing I could never know. That's horrible. That was my life before learning temperance. Before Makari-Hari's faith. But, But after, when I could finally shut off the alluring song of the world, well, I could learn to hear myself think clearly. And I was at peace for an epoch, knowing that what I knew and knowing who I was. But in time, it was though the world had been bleached out of all its colors. Keeping my comments quiet for a moment. Like all the sacred things in the world had become flattened images on rotting paper. And I knew that my spirit would rot away too, without maintaining the balance of my curiosity and my self-control. In doing so, I could always find a way to come back whenever a new crowned mage called upon me. And they would be there to listen to my stories and learn my sacred art. I still want to listen to you and your past experiences, even if I can't use magic. If you wish. Do you need a hug, Krokos? Absolutely not. You're getting this hug. Well, you're getting one anyway. Hey! I'm just joking. I lied. Stop this nonsense at once, Crown Mage. Nope. I'm warning you. I'm warning you. Fine. I'm done. I knew that would get you to grin, though. Anyways, there's always going to be people who disappoint you. And if I know anything about kids, well, part of being a kid is messing up, right? They have their whole lives ahead of them. And we don't know how that sage treated them. Maybe they'll need you again one day. Maybe they won't. But I know they can't be the only ones left who understand magic. The rest of us have no idea what we're doing when we're dealing with spellcraft. So let's look to the future. For what? For spells. Battle. Be specific. I don't know. You sound just like Janice right now. Incredibly young, willing to use all the information at your fingertips for so many things you couldn't possibly understand. Well, maybe I can't understand yet. And, maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Ain't that the truth? But I can swear that I will try to find a way to help us learn from one another. We still need your help. Yes, you're right. Of course I am. Oh. Let us leave this lonely place then, Crown Mage. Exactly! Oh. One more thing. Yes. Stop calling me Crown Mage. Very well. Vitus. Oh. That was good. Good ending. I can relate the Krokos in some degree. But I think a lot of people can relate, especially the part of like finding somebody to understand you and having the capacity to understand what you're talking about. Oh dang. Got a bunch of new chapters. I think they're for each one. The Art of Benevolence, Pro Bono Publico, in a sweet and fitting way. I don't have enough for an interlude, most likely. So yeah, that's it for now. Come back and we'll do... Oh, I don't know. I can pick whichever one I want, apparently. So, I guess I'll figure that out when I get to it. See you later.